this. My administration stands in solidarity with the brave citizens in Orange County defending their rights against California's illegal and unconstitutional sanctuary policies. This as the county sheriff office begins posting information about their inmates online to help ICE agents do their job. But what happens while they're doing their job? Could they be arrested? Joining us right now, Orange County Under Sheriff Don Barnes. Sheriff, I'm glad you're doing this personally. I think an American should want their borders secure, and illegals, especially ones that break the rules, captured, held, and deported. How much are you an outlier in your state?
Well, I'm not sure how much of an outlier we are. We do know that we started this process, which is within the law, and that's, I think, what's troubling with the State Attorney General's comments that we may be violating the law. It's just necessary. We have criminals in our jail. This is focused on criminals in our custody. It's one tool that we're making available to anybody to view the online database of release dates. So I'm not sure if we're an outlier. I think that throughout the state, sheriffs have been concerned about this legislation from its beginning. Myself and many sheriffs last year were railing against the government in Sacramento for even proposing this legislation because it makes our communities less safe.
Of course, it doesn't matter what political persuasion you are, but your sheriff could be arrested for defying state law. There's been 244 criminals have been released as a result of their inability to communicate through ICE and local authorities. Here's your Attorney General threatening basically to take legal action against Sheriff Sandra Hutchins.
State law is state law, and it's my job to enforce state law. I will do so.
Does that mean a lawsuit against the sheriff's department or an arrest of the sheriff?
Listen, I think I just answered that.
Maybe he better read SB 54 again, because I don't think he understands what the law says, and what I'm doing is entirely within the confines of the law.
Under Sheriff Barnes, do you worry about your boss getting arrested?
No, I'm not worried at all. I think that the State Attorney General hopefully had read the language of the law that was passed, because it's very clearly expressed in the language of the law that we can make this information publicly available. What's bothering about that comment is he's advocating for the release of convicted criminals back into the community while not following the law that was passed, which allows us to do this.
And in the big picture, do you worry about the sanctuary status being a magnet for illegals, making your job harder?
I'm not sure if that's a magnet. It does make our job more difficult, because these are criminals that we have another avenue to deal with them, and we should use every tool available at our as a resource to hold people accountable for their crimes, and releasing them back into the community is not something we would ever advocate for doing.
And I think you speak for a lot of common sense people throughout your state, but we'll have to see how this plays out as Orange County joins the federal lawsuit. Thanks so much, Mr. Secretary, Mr. Sheriff. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Coming up straight ahead, we are celebrating opening day in the Plaza. They're going to play Major League Baseball. It actually counts. Spring training is over. We're going to put our skills to the test with Yankee legend Bernie Williams. He's also really good at music, as is Sandra Smith. I think she excelled in band in high school. Is that true, Sandra?